The human ship drifted in the silent void, far from any star, its engines cold and its lights dim. A single man lay inside. His name was Ethan. He had been asleep for a long time. When the sensors detected movement, something vast moved around the ship. A shadow against the darkness, then light filled the cabin, a door melted open, and strange figures stepped inside. They were tall, with silver eyes and skin that shimmered like the moon. They spoke in soft tones to each other. Their voices sounded like wind through glass. One of them moved closer. She looked at him as if seeing something she had been searching for all her life. Her name was Lyra. She was a commander of a race that had long studied humans from afar. She touched Ethan's face. With her hand, her skin was warm despite the cold around them. She said that their kind had no more children. Something had gone wrong long ago, and they had searched for a cure across the stars. The cure was hidden in human DNA. She told him that. He was the last unmodified human left from Earth. The rest of his kind had already changed their genes for longer life, for strength, for perfection. But Ethan was still pure, she said. They needed him, but she did not say. Quiet eyes. He felt small in front of her, and yet something in her gaze made him forget fear. They brought him to their world. It was a planet covered in glowing forests and silver. Ocean's towers rose from the mist like crystal mountains. The air itself seemed alive. The alien women moved through it like shadows of light. They were calm, graceful, and beautiful, yet something about them felt heavy, as if sadness had soaked into their souls. They treated Ethan like something sacred. He was studied, protected, never left alone. One night, Lyra came to him again. She said their science had failed. The DNA they took from humans before him was dead. They needed to do it the natural way. She spoke without shame, but with a quiet pain. Ethan understood what she meant, but he also saw that she did not wish to command him. She was asking. He saw that she was tired of being strong for her people. He said nothing. He only took her hand. Her eyes closed. For the first time in years, she allowed herself to feel warmth. The next days were quiet. The air around the city changed. People looked at him differently, some with hope, others with envy, some feared what would happen. Lyra stayed near him, often silent, but always closed. Then one morning the sky turned dark. A rival faction from their world had decided that bringing back human genes would change them forever. They believed purity should die. They attacked the city. Fire fell from the clouds. The crystal towers shattered. Ethan saw Lyra fight. She moved like lightning, her body glowing with strange power. But even she could not stop the storm. He ran to help, though he had no weapon. He shielded her from falling glass. His body burned from the heat, but he did not move away. She looked at him, her face covered in ash. She whispered that humans were strange. They hurt and bleed, but still stand. He smiled, though pain filled his chest. He said that maybe that was why humans survived. Lyra carried him away through fire and ruin until they reached the edge of the forest. She placed him on the ground and said that his DNA was not what made him different. It was his heart. She said that she finally understood why her people had lost so much. They forgot how to feel. She touched his face. Again, her tears fell on his skin. He could not move, but he saw her eyes and felt peace. Then light surrounded them. The surviving aliens came. They took his body in her hand, and together they vanished into the forest. Years passed. Legends grew across the stars about a human who changed a dying race. They said the alien women had found life again, and that their children had eyes like silver, but hearts that beat strong and warm like his. When the stars shone over their world, they said, the trees whispered his name, and Lyra still looked to the sky, waiting for him to wake again.